Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all having a swell and safe day. We are going to be taking a look at the long-awaited and anticipated Fathom. Yes, it is the Fathom 1 27.5 2021. And if this is your first time here on the channel, I do anything that has to do with cycling. I love bicycles. I get super excited about anything that is a bicycle or bicycle related product. I simply want to spread my love of cycling to everyone. So I do my races, I do reviews, I do a little bit of everything that has to do with cycling. So if that's something you're into, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I'm really trying hard to figure out the audio, so I'm trying up a new microphone setup. I've got, I think, 3 microphones going right now. So bear with me if this sounds a little different than the normal video. Hopefully it's gonna sound better. Giant did all the upgrades that I wanted them to do to bring the Fathom up to what I think should have been in 2020, should have been on the 2020 model. So let's get to the bike shop and I will meet up with you guys in a little bit. They did a bang-up job with the shipping though, didn't they? I think it's through axle all the way.
Yeah. It's about time they did that, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
It is. Yeah. Looks
cool. So we have in our possession the long-awaited Fathom 1. This is the 27.5 version. I know everyone has been asking about this bike and the 29er in particular. I've not got my hands on the 29er yet, but at least this is gonna show us kind of what the 29er is gonna be like. I have made sure I haven't even looked at the spec sheet yet from Giant, so I don't know what is on this bike besides what I just saw when I pulled it out of the box. So this is my first impression. See what I think about this beautiful bicycle. I do like the color, but I am a fan of teal, if you did not know. So that's one biased opinion. But I do think this is better colorway than what they had last year with kind of the flat, boring Giant colors. I'm rambling a little bit, so let's jump into what the bike is coming with. So let's start with the wheels. So these suckers are actually tubeless ready wheels. They should be at this price point. So this bike rings in at $1,650. This is the 1. So this is the nicest model, I believe, of the Fathoms. I need to double check that before I look like a total idiot. But the wheels are tubeless as they should be. It is coming with Ardent Race EXO tubeless ready tires and a 27.5 by a 2.6. That's pretty good tire. I like it when a company takes the time, especially for the nicest bike, to at least put on good rubber, because how a bike rides is very dependent on the tire choice that you pick. I love the Ardent Race. That is one of my favorite tires. If they were to put a crappy tire on this bike and somebody that didn't know any better would take it out, just have an awful time, they could have an awful time because the tire is junk. So the tires are great, tubeless ready as expected. So this blew my mind. This is amazing, and I thank you so much, Giant, for doing this. I haven't looked at the other models of the Fathom yet, but in the case of the Fathom 1, So it is a one by. It is a one by with Eagle on it from SRAM. It does have full SRAM SX, wait for it, with an NX derailleur. Thank you. Thank you so much, Giant, for doing that. If you do not know, I despise the SX rear derailleur. They seemed decent at first, and I had my apprehensions, but they worked, and then it seems like after about a month of riding, maybe less, the SX derailleurs are just junk. I think the spring tension, or the spring that they put in them's very weak, it seems. There's a lot of plastic parts on them, and every one that I have used or sold or whatever have come back in about a month or two, and they've all had problems. The NX is a much, much nicer derailleur. So the shifter from SX, it's not terrible, it's not amazing by any means. It gets the job done, but shifters are cheap compared to a lot of things on the bicycle. The crank is an actual SX. It's not what I kind of expected to come on the bike was Praxis. This bike actually has SX on it. I'm not opposed to Praxis whatsoever. Those have actually been pretty decent on some of the bikes. It even came on my wife's Revolt that she got. But I do like a bike when its group set is the same. That is just a nuance or a pet peeve that I have. Let's move along. What brakes? I gotta check the brakes because I didn't do that. So, these are actually coming with the MT401s. I kind of half expected them to be the 2s. That's what they're usually putting on some of the lesser expensive bikes. But these are coming with the 401s, and these are decent brakes. I mean, you can't go wrong with any Shimano brake in my opinion. I haven't had any of these MT401s come back bad. I don't know, they work. They're good brakes. They are tried and true. And of course it does come with a dropper post on it, straight from Giant. The frame looks very good, and the big upgrade I can say for this bike, huge upgrade, it's finally through axle. I am with you guys. I loved last year's Fathom. You know, we're fixing to go into 2021. This is a 2021 bike. If you're spending over 15, it needs to be a through axle bike. This bike has made me even more excited. I got the Captain Morgan going on, don't I? This bike has made me even more excited to check out that XTC SLR. One, because of the weight of this bike, which we'll get to. Two, Giant is definitely, it seems like every year they kind of nudge a little bit closer to what the market wants in their bike. And it's little things like how the SX derailleur is no longer on this bike, and it is now full SX except for that rear derailleur that was giving everyone so many problems. It's through axle now. They made the bike slightly lighter. It is a different frame. I do like how the frame is made. It does have a tapered head tube, which is great. I don't know if last year's did or not, to be honest. It very well could have. And the fork. So I heard through the grapevine that the reason Giant is essentially making their own suspension now, especially for their more entry sub $3,000 bikes, is because Suntour just couldn't keep up with demand. I don't know how true that is, but that is what I heard through the grapevine, and that's why they said, well, we got to do something because we got to get these bikes out. So they came out with their own line of forks. So we'll see how long they last, how well they ride, but this crest is pretty good looking. I mean, it's banging. It does have 130 mil travel on it, through axle, of course. It does have lockout on the top, and it is keyed for, you can put it at halfway if you want. You don't have to run it full open. You don't have to run it fully locked out as well. Rebound knob at the bottom here. It does remind me of a RockShox, but that could solely be because the whole thing's black, and a lot of the entry-level RockShox are black as well. So there you have it, guys. That is the Fathom. I'm excited about this bike. Let's move on to weighing it, but let's first address that if you guys want to know anything about this bike, as long as I can put my hands on it, I will look it up, whatever you want to know.
I'm thinking the way it sits right now will be 32.
29.8.
29.8. Oh, good plan, kid.
Why is it so dark? 12.92 kilograms. Well, we were both off.
Yeah. This just feels heavier than it is.
There you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I was, like I said, thoroughly impressed with this bike. I'm so glad that they brought it up to the 21st century. It has all the modern amenities. No more quick release, thank God. So yeah, that's all that I have for you. I'm not gonna get to test ride this bike. I am so sorry. There's only so many bikes I can actually test ride. Mainly they have to be somebody that I know that bought the bike and then they let me borrow it. But I do have an XTC SLR that I'm gonna have my hands on soon. That has been a hot bike everyone's been asking about. So stick around for that one. I will see everybody in the next video. Bye.